right, welcome to Know Your College, Know Your Colleagues presentation. Presentations which are offered by Long Beach City College faculty for fellow faculty members. Our goal is to unite, inform, and connect faculty members. Our goal, meaning the Academic Senate FACE Committee, is collaborating with the Union Organizing Committee to get faculty together, have informative presentations, earn flex credit, have a free lunch, and just enjoy each other. So I want to thank Adrian Novotny right here. He's going to be giving us a drum performance with a fellow friend of his who have studied African drums. Adrian Novotny teaches anthropology, and drumming is close to his heart. He's been doing learning about African drumming for the last, 5 to 8 years? 8 years. I want to remind you that next week, Ray Sumner will be giving her talk on life under the veil in Saudi Arabia. Remember, a free lunch with an RSVP. And you get flex credit if you sign in, so please make sure to do so before you leave. And of course, because the goal is to inform, unite, and connect faculty, I encourage you to talk to some of your colleagues, meet someone new, and just connect with one another. All right? I'm gonna. Okay, we're doing logistically. Okay, so I'm just gonna. We're kind of just rolling with it today. So I'm gonna start a little bit of the presentation, and then when the drummer's ready, we'll have him start. Okay. I want to talk about, African music and its influence on American history. This is something, I teach modern world history, and I think studying African music and its impact on our own culture is a fascinating topic. First of all, one thing you notice when you study African history, it's very different from, when you study African music, it's very different from Western music. In Western culture, we tend to go to an orchestra and we sit down and we watch it, we enjoy it very passively, but African music is not passive at all. You get up, you enjoy. It can also be used as a learning tool, as we'll see in some of these links. They use something called call and response, which essentially, it's a back and forth exchange between audience members, and it's used as a teaching tool. It's used in ceremonies and rituals, and I have a great little YouTube clip of call and response. Of course, call and response was later adopted in the slave fields in the South to help aid work gangs. This is Sheshe Kule. This is from Ghana, from West Africa. And it's a song where they're going back and forth. It teaches them the body parts and the numbers. Okay, and I found in the States, a lot of elementary school teachers use this song to kind of introduce children to African teaching style. Now you can hear the drums in the background, right? And you see how participatory this is used. And it's just a fascinating thing. And you hear the drum was used in West Africa as a means of organizing. They would, that's how they could essentially gather the population for rituals and for marriages. And if they wanted to communicate, it was a communication tool. And that's one of the reasons why in the American South, the drum was banned by plantation owners because they saw it as a threatening tool, a means to, in a way, to gather and incite an insurrection, right? The Kingdom of Mali is just one of the examples of a West African kingdom that was impacted through the slave trade. What's interesting about the Kingdom of Mali is it's an Islamic kingdom. They were Muslims, right? And this has larger implications on U.S. history. The Kingdom of Mali are known for their culture of dance. They actually are the inventors of the djembe drum, which you'll be seeing shortly with Adrian. One fascinating fact is Mali's Mandingo tribe was prized in the slave fields because they were very intelligent and they were very strong. And so because of that, they were sought after, which has a larger implication, and that is that 10 to 30% of slaves coming into the United States or colonial America would have been Muslims, right? Would have been Muslims in origin. So what we're going to see is that the Islamic influence that comes from Africa actually enters into American culture through the slave fields. And eventually that will inculcate a certain style in American music that will evolve into blues and jazz and things like that. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to pause right now. They're going to give you a demonstration also of call and response used in drumming, right? Or perhaps you could just...
We're just going to play. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. We're going to give a little demonstration. This is Andrew, one of my teachers. He's been playing for a while as a master's in percussion from Cal State Long Beach, so he definitely knows his way around drums. Been playing for a long time, you'll see. And we play together on many occasions. And this is the key drum of West Africa. It's called the djembe. It's a cocktail glass-shaped drum, and it's the heart of drumming. Dancing also is supplemented by these drums. They're called dunums, 3 different sizes, and they're sometimes played with sticks by one person, as I will demonstrate today. Andrew is the lead drummer, so he's actually guiding the whole situation here. Our dancer is wandering around somewhere. As she comes in, she'll join us and show some of the dancing. You want to play? Yeah. Play radio. We'll show you a little bit of one of the songs. Most of these rhythms begin with a song to bring everybody together, and we'll demonstrate some of that. It's a call and response.
Most of these rhythms serve some kind of social purpose, either a birth or a wedding or a decision to go to battle or a good harvest. All these rhythms now more or less nowadays they're mostly played just for happy occasions. But there is history behind each of these songs and ethics.
Are eminently danceable. You know, it's pretty hard to sit still when you hear these. This is where funk was born, and I'll dance to anything funky. In fact, the only time I did aerobics, it was funk aerobics. And it's, you know, as long as the music played, I moved, you know, no matter how tired I was.
West Africa is full of all kinds of drum and all kinds of music. This is just one of many kinds of styles and types of drums used in African music across West Africa. Interestingly enough, as you were saying about diaspora and the migration, they get taken all over the world: Brazil, Haiti, and then Cuba, and then America, Trinidad, Tobago. All those areas were affected, and a mix happened between the local musics and the African musics. Like in Cuba, for example, you have the mix between flamenco, Spanish music, and African music, which form the basis of Cuban music today. But interestingly enough, in America, it's one of the few places where what's called part drumming, where everyone plays kind of a different part. So if there was another drum here, they'd be playing another djembe, they'd be playing an accompaniment part, which would be a different rhythm than I'm playing, but they interlock, kind of like an orchestra, playing different rhythms that come together. But America is one of the few places where that didn't survive. Every other place, Trinidad, they have steel drum ensembles. Cuba, they have their drumming ensembles. Brazil, they have their samba and their part drumming. But America, it came out in different ways. It came out in song, and eventually through like jazz and blues and different instruments using African kind of rhythms.
Any explanation of why that might be?
It might have been because we were more strict and just we were afraid of their drumming and we didn't know what it meant and we thought they were communicating. Like actually in Trinidad they did the same thing. They outlawed drumming on skin. So as a result, these bands popped up. They were called tambour bamboo bands. They were like knock bamboo sticks on the ground and made these rhythms with it. And then at that time there was a lot of industrialization happening down there and a lot of pollution, and companies would just dump their steel oil barrels like, into the ocean, and they'd wash up on the shore. And then, the story is that they had a lot of gangs and stuff, and each gang had like a specific call, like a rhythm that they would play to like call back the troops or whatever if things were starting to get too rough. And so the story is one guy was banging on a pot so hard, tapping out his rhythm, that caved in part of the pot. And then so it got like a ping and a pong sound. And then from there they realized that, we can get notes out of this thing. And then they started taking the drums, which weren't skinned, and beating them out and making notes, and that's how the steel drum evolved.
Oh, cool.
Which is a really new instrument, like back in like the 60s.
Wish we had one here. He's a very good player on that. Let's play a little synth. Speaking of funky, here's one of the funkier rhythms that's kind of nice to dance to.
certain rhythms that indicate whether the dancer is to start or stop, or the rhythms to start or stop. And the beat drum plays that, and the group responds. So that's what's happening. That's how we know how to stop this thing. In case you were wondering.
Andrew has to leave us now, but Mary and I are going to continue this presentation. I brought another drum to demonstrate, and we'll talk about some more the influence of African dance and percussion on United States musical genres. I have some stuff that I have never read anywhere or heard anywhere that I think is really impressive.
And if you want to read some more stuff, my thesis is on file at Cal State Long Beach. It's all about the African diaspora and the migration to Brazil and Cuba, and a synthesis of how those African rhythms spun off into other music.
Yeah, just write your name on the whiteboard. Okay, thanks. This is a principal drum of many places in Africa. It's called a talking drum, and it's a brilliant development. It has a skin on each side, and the strings are loose all the way around it, so you tuck it under your arm, and by squeezing it, I change the tension of the heads, and also it's infinitely variable. I can get any pitch out of this. So people that played these often played them in dance, but they also played them as a communication tool, village to village. And this is what scared the southern slave masters in the United States so much. Because of diseases like yellow fever and malaria, the rural areas of southern U.S. were sparsely populated, and yet there were large numbers of slaves. So the ratio was really bizarre in southern U.S., and the slave masters were frightened of. Their greatest fear was insurrection, that the natives would communicate, place to place through. Hey, sorry for the problem. This is Amber, one of our dancers, so we're gonna have to. I'll play a little bit of tunes and some dance in just a moment. Thank you for coming. Like this could communicate like this. What I'm about to play, this passage might mean strangers approaching. And the next village would hear that, and they would. And everybody, miles and miles, as fast as a telegraph, everybody in the surrounding area would know what the message was. And so if the slaves could do that, they could, suddenly amass thousands of people. So the drums were taken away. The only place that the drums were taken away, at least significantly, was in the southern United States. So what happened was that the slaves had within them an innate desire for percussion. So the instruments they were given, that they were allowed to have, that didn't look dangerous to the white slave masters, were like keyboards. So they would play a keyboard, and I'm a percussionist. When I listen to music like Scott Joplin's Ragtime, that's drumming, and it happens to be done on a keyboard. Or if you look at the way bass drum is played by slapping it, that came out of this. Also, the people used their body percussively, and they tapped. Tap dancing started as a result of the deprivation of drums, as did clogging and even clapping. There were various ways that people compensated. The way they played the harmonica sounds percussive. That's a drum beat. So I believe that some of the world's most popular genre on earth today, rock and roll, blues, jazz, gospel, like the calypsos and skas and reggae, all came from this single experience. That's why those are unique U.S. development. They didn't happen anywhere else on earth. And I believe that I'm into why that was. So I'll turn it over to Mary to...
Yeah, so you've gone through the djembe, that's this one. We've talked about the talking drum. You mentioned the balafon, right? That was a very...
Yeah, like a vibraphone or a xylophone, but it's wooden slats with gourd sounding chambers beneath the slats.
And so these are some of the popular instruments that were used in West Africa that tend to take on a different tone in the United States without the drum. So I was mentioning that the Islamic influence, right, on American music. So obviously if 10 to 30% of slaves coming from West Africa ended up in colonial America, it has larger implications, and it does so on our music. Sylvian Diouf, I ran across this book, Servants of Allah, and her research on the Islamic call for prayer and how you can see some of that style in blues, right? And I want to show you this video because she actually showed this latter video that you'll see. First, there's a little bit of an introduction. She showed it on a talk she gave at Harvard, and people were just stunned. I mean, it's really shocking, the Islamic, I mean, just to think that the blues and jazz has really this Islamic influence and Islamic roots. It's such a fascinating concept, I think, in theory that needs to be researched.
Many of the slaves brought to America were Muslims. Forbidden from practicing their faith, they found secret ways to keep Islam alive. Calling the faithful to prayer here in Mississippi is Abdul Rashid. He believes that one way they achieved this was through music.
The Africans brought the music here as slaves. People saying blues came from Mississippi. I don't think so.
I've been hearing about the link between the call to prayer and the songs that slaves used to sing in the fields. How are they similar?
The call to prayer. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. If you ever went to a Baptist church, then you can hear this in a Baptist church.
Really?
All of the Baptists, especially Southern Baptists, they start off with a cappella singing. The whole congregation is singing, you know. I love the Lord, He heard my cry. You know, because the entire Quran was basically chanted in that sense, you know, and it was chanted basically in that minor scale.
You see that connection to you when you're singing things that are deeply embedded within the sort of African American experience and the blues.
Not only that, but that was one of the things that guided me to Islam.
Really?
Yes. The music. And when you start reading, when I was introduced to the Quran, that was...
You found it there as well?
I found it there as well.
Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
Oh, Lord, I woke up this morning and I'm feeling bad. Whoa, babe, I'm feeling bad. Well, I was thinking about the good time, Lord, I once have had. Well, Lord, oh, boy, she brought my breakfast this morning, and she didn't know my name. She didn't know my name.
Can I make a comment about the blues?
Why not? You're going to.
Yes, I was going to. Yeah. The blues is one of my favorite musical genres. You know, it's just so passionate. It's so enlightening about the struggle, you know, the inner suffering. And a comment by one of my favorite comedians, George Carlin, comes to mind, and I'll pass it on to you. And he said, white people should never sing the blues, okay? White people should not sing the blues. You ain't got nothing to be blue about. I mean, what is your tragedy in life? Banana Republic is out of tan khakis. You think that entitles you to sing the blues? You know, you need to look at a little bit of history and see where the blues came from. When people are at the level of desperation and they watch people being killed and raped and dying around them, there's a part of our soul that's tapped into, and that's where the blues came from. So I just wanted to share that, and it comes out of this. And from the work songs, for example, not only black people sang those. If you look at sea chanties, for example, those are work songs, and they came directly out of the Southern slave experience, where shipboard people needed to coordinate, like weighing the anchor or hoisting the sail. Everybody had to pull at the same time. And the best way to coordinate that effort is through a song. And there's some beautiful ones. There's a bar in San Pedro, Whale in the Tail. And once a month, about 50 folks gather and sing sea chanties. It's absolutely beautiful. I hope you get a chance to Google that and go take a look and see how plantation music crept into the whaling industry. It's just beautiful.
Here's an example of that, actually. It was a nice, this is Ho Emma Ho, which shows the coordination in the slave fields using song.
Oh, Emma, oh, you turn around, dig a hole in the ground. Oh, Emma, oh, oh, Emma,
Let's call and response, right?
you turn around, dig a hole in the ground. Oh, Emma, oh. Say, Emma, you from the country. Oh, Emma, oh. You turn around, dig a hole in the ground. Oh, Emma, oh.
All right, did you want to do?
Yeah. Amber has been dancing African music for a long time. Huh? Amber, how long have you been doing this? Somebody I never asked. At least 5 years. And she continues to re-enroll in African dance class to help many of the other students because she's been doing this so long. She knows a lot of these rhythms. So I'm going to play one of them, and she'll just, you know, I do whatever you want, ad-lib, like a Bantuba, it's called. And at the end of a dance class, everybody gets in a circle and you just improvise using standard rhythms. So I'll just play one here for you, okay? Let's see. Let me play, let's see. All right. What was that?
What part of West Africa?
Guinea, Malay.
Burkina Faso. Yeah. Guinea, yeah. Mostly, our instructors are mostly experienced in that part of West Africa. So a lot of what we play is from there. I know when I hear other types of music, I can't even follow it. I can't find the downbeat. It's so different. Like Senegalese music that's played here, by the way, in the African dance class is so different. I'd have to really train on that to get the ear. Any other questions?
You talked about the drumming having specific messages. The movement and the dance, are there specific things you're saying when you dance?
Do you want to make a guess?
Well, there's a lot. It looks like there's a lot of worship to the sun god. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a healing dance.
Uh-huh.
So you're getting rid of all the old energy and asking the new healing energy to come in. It's called Lamba.
There's courtship dances as well, and those can get pretty exciting. As a male,
Back to see that one.
it's like flirting, you know, where the women flirt and show their assets, you know, in a dance, and the men reciprocate by doing, you know, manly, like they flex and so on to impress the ladies present in their courtship dances. There's also, like you would expect in folk dance, a lot of daily activities. You know, women carrying baskets, sowing the seeds, you know, giving life, like Amber said, you know, bringing in the sun and giving out blessings. There are steps that are clearly, you know, distributing something that you have, like a blessing to those present. Beautiful stuff. And a lot of child rearing, holding babies and so on. Really nice. It's a slice of life. Anybody else? Yes?
I was wondering what the difference is between the djembe and the Indian tabla.
Quite a bit of difference. The tabla has a capacity to generate sounds way more than like two drums because of the rubber pad in the middle and the way that the hand depresses the skin. So it's not that one is better than the other, it's just they're totally different traditions. And also the meter or the rhythm is so different. I can't follow raga. You know, I see people clapping and I go like, well, I'm trying to find something, but it's in like 1648 time or something. So they're very, very different. The tabla has a specific function in music. It's actually a lead instrument. It's not a background instrument. It plays breaks as well as the sitar and the other instruments. Nice tradition. I love it. Love to listen to it. And Ravi just passed away. I want to say a namaste to Master Ravi Shankar. I'm almost crying thinking of, you know, I saw him in the 60s in Oregon, and I saw him 2 months before he died here. He came to Long Beach downtown. His daughter, watch for her, Anushka, she has taken up the task of furthering raga music worldwide, and I think she's as good as her dad already. She's wonderful. And much more international. She plays, you know, like calypso, and she plays flamenco on, you know, along with flamenco guitars, she plays sitar. Just beautiful coming together. Her dad did that with Yehudi Menuhin, you know, East Meets West, one of my favorite albums of all time. Anyway, thanks for the question. Anybody else have a question?
Thanks for coming, and remember next week we're having a presentation on life behind the veil in Saudi Arabia.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Every day is exciting.
I have a dembek I could play for you.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
And maybe we'll have a little music too. Please sign in for Flex Credit if you haven't already, and we have a couple extra bags of turkey avocado sandwich lunches, so please help yourself. And thanks for coming.